All right. So we haven't got Achyut today. He hasn't joined as yet. I don't know if he's going to join or not, but let us not wait for anybody. We will start the proceeding. It's already beyond 6:45. That's the scheduled time for Sunday's class. So, Tanvi, what presentation you have prepared today?
Sir, about educational rights, sir.
Educational rights. Okay, right. Aditya, how about you? What is the topic you have prepared about? Aditya, what is the topic for today? Aditya, you hear me? Aditya, just in case you hear me, your mic is not unmute. I'm sorry, your mic is on mute basis and we are not hearing. Okay, Tanvi, can you start your presentation?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is it a video presentation or you are presenting as a, do you have any slides or something, or you would like to have a video presentation?
Sir, I made some slides, sir, and I'm going to do video presentation, sir.
Okay, you can prepare. Yeah, I have enabled the screen sharing. You can share the screen. Your voice is not audible, Tony. We are able to see the screen, but your voice is not audible. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can unmute and speak.
Good evening, all my friends, and good evening, sir. Today, my presentation is about educational rights. Education is important for people as well as the nation. Education is the first step for a child's development. Educational improves knowledge, skills, values, and the quality of a child's life. Education is the right of every child. Education should help children develop their spirituality, talents, and abilities. It should also teach them to respect themselves, other people, and nature. Education helps in broadening one's mind. It removes superstitious beliefs. Education helps in increasing awareness of surroundings, social, and political issues. It develops wisdom. Importance of education. Education doesn't mean that one should be literate. It is more than literacy. Education helps to analyze the reason, it is wrong or not like that. To build skills to learn. like drawing, learning, reading, like extracurricular activities. Then know what is wrong and right and wrong. Lead a moral life. As quote by Mahatma Gandhi, literacy in itself is no education. Literacy is not the end of education. Real education consists in drawing the best out of yourself. And a quote of Swami Vivekananda. Education is the manifestation of their perfection already in man. So it is a way of showing our talent to everyone. The topic is educational rights. Every child has right to have free and compulsory education. Like poor and needy people need compulsory free education because they are so poor and needy. So we need to help, and we can also do social service for them. The Right to Education Act (RTE) specifies different responsibilities to the local authorities and government to ensure free and open education. Important features of RTE. Until the completion of elementary education, no student has stopped from school. So till we are studying 12, we should not stop our education, and it gives us many things if we learn, if we get education. 25% reservation is given to the economically underprivileged people in all private schools. Improvement in the quality of education. School infrastructure should be improved every 3 years. Finance will be shared between the states and central government. So in private schools also, in my school also there is RTE, rights to education. So as well as paying the fees, and some will get free education, compulsory free and education. Child labor. Child labor is not allowed in our country. All children are entitled to have free and compulsory education. Under 18 age, the children should not work in any shop or in agriculture field, so they should not work. They have to get free and compulsory education. Kamarajar, Tamil Nadu Peruntalavar Kamarajar's birthday anniversary, 15th of July, is celebrated as Educational Development Day in recognition of his contribution to the development of education. So, in Tamil Nadu, Peruntalavar Kamarajar's birthday in 15th July, we are celebrating as development of education. So, educational day. So, he only sponsored everything to education. So, we are celebrating his birthday as Educational Development Day. So thanks for watching my presentation. Do you all have any questions to ask me?
Yes, that was a very nice presentation by you, Tanvi. Yes, I have got a couple of questions with regard to your presentation. There is a kind of a belief system that education will take you to the higher regards, as you rightly presented. But there are some people who think that without even education, one can achieve in life, and they can really make a lot of fortune without education. The ideology is very, very wrong, but they believe in that so much. And like the dad starts the business, the son continues the business, and he eventually gets successful in the business without education. But the dad might have started the business with education, but the son would not have got proper education, but still he would be continuing to do that business. So, as a person who has made a presentation on education and its importance, What is your opinion about it? Some people are becoming successful even without education, and many people are not getting successful even with education. So where things going wrong? What is the reason for it, in your opinion?
Sir, in some families, parents will work hard and they will pay the fees for the children. The children they will not have any interest to get education. Also, so in that reason, they are not understanding the value of their parents, that they are working so hard for the child.
Hmm. Okay.
So if they understand that means they can get education in
Tanvi, which device? Tanvi, your voice.
also they
Tanvi, wait. Tanvi,
can
Tanvi, wait. Tanvi, the device that you're speaking through. Tanvi, the device that you're speaking through is not properly communicating the message. While you are presenting, we were able to listen to your voice properly. So I ask you to use that device, the same device, to speak, because the device that you are using currently for speaking, it is making a lot of glitch and we are not able to understand your voice. So can you fix the audio? Because the answer that you gave, we didn't even receive what kind of answer it was. So either skip one device and keep the device that works properly with the audio. It happened yesterday also. Or have a good device that is good for audio. Change the device if you want. That's the tower problem. Okay, right. We will give some time to Tanvi. Aditya, get ready for your presentation.
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, Tanvi, you hear me now?
Yes, sir. You can hear my voice, sir.
This is clear. This is clear. Now, could you please, meanwhile, while Aditya is preparing for his presentation, can you repeat the answer that you said for the previous question using this mic? Come on.
Yes, sir. So in some families, both mother and father are working. Both are working, and they are paying the fees for the child, sir. But the child don't have any interest to get education, sir. So in that way, so they are not getting successful in their life, sir. If they are realizing the value of the parents, that they are working so hard. If they understand that means they can get education, and also they can get successful in their life, sir.
Okay, that's good. That's a nice answer. Well done. Well done. Okay, very nice presentation and good answering. And now let us see Aditya's presentation. All right. Specialized agencies of the United Nations. Okay. Can you switch on the video if it is possible for you, Aditya? Or Okay, we are able to see you. Mute, unmute the mic, please.
Okay,
Yeah.
good evening, everybody present here. So today my presentation is going to be about the specialized agencies of the United Nations. First, we'll talk about the UNICEF, which is United Nations International Children Education Fund. The UNICEF was established on December 1946 by the UN General Assembly. The reason it was created was to support young mothers and children who were victims of the World War II, and its headquarters is located in New York. However, it became UNCF in 1953. That is the words international and emergency were removed, and the symbol is a child drinking milk. It has also set up many child care centers around the world. UNESCO. This is the symbol. It stands for United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization. The UNESCO was established in 1945 with its headquarters in Paris. The idea behind it was to create universal peace among everybody and spread awareness through education of parents and children. It has almost eradicated almost most of the children who were illiterate, who couldn't read, by educating them. There are also World Heritage Sites that is protected by the UNESCO. For example, this picture here is the Shivaji Chhatrapati Terminus. That is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The third one is WHO. It stands for World Health Organization. It was established on 7th April, which is known as World Health Day. Its headquarters is located in Geneva, Switzerland. And its main aim of this creating of the organization was to ensure proper distribution of food and then provide health education and then safeguarding of major diseases such as smallpox, malaria, and other minor diseases, and to provide safe drinking water for children so that they don't get such water contaminated diseases such as cholera, typhoid, etc. Thank you.
Okay, so that was very good presentation by Aditya. Suddenly I got a little less connection, so I had to fix it. Until you said thank you, I was good, but immediately after thank you, the link got cut. UNESCO, you mentioned about UNESCO, and you have always, I mean, our nation, exclusively India, and the subcontinents, and the specifically few Asian countries, we always give proper respect, and we always have a level of esteemed functionality towards UNESCO and UNICEF as well. But what is your opinion about some countries which are taking UNESCO operations and UNICEF operations not in a very good way? Sometimes they breach, and sometimes they don't follow, and sometimes just because it is on a racial way. Okay, so since it has been established by the United Nations, some of the countries give very less importance to that just because of their aversion they have towards the United Nations. What is your solution for those countries? But of course, we Indians are always fond, and we give proper respects. Our Prime Minister makes sure that everything is falling in line with UNESCO, UNICEF, and any other regulations from the United Nations. But there are some countries which are not obeying these, and it has been a very big problem for several years. So, as a modern youngster and teenager, what do you think is the solution for that?
Yeah, so basically, the UNICEF and UNESCO are not partial. The reason this was created was to create universal peace and spread awareness of certain diseases and etc. And World Health, UNICEF, Unite for Children, basically, and UNESCO. These are all to make sure that everybody is safe and happy. So basically, UNICEF was for making sure that everybody has the right, like as the mother and children were victims of World War II, they wasn't the civilians fault that this world war started, so they need to be treated. So they
Mhm,
treated all of them. And
mhm,
UNESCO is has many reasons. It also like it has eradicated illiteracy of children. It has taught children many stuff through education, and it also has world heritage sites, as I told before, to protect these historical buildings, which are very important to us, which was created by our past freedom strugglers.
mhm, mhm. Okay, right. And last question is, what was the reason for taking this agencies in your presentation today?
We recently saw the topic in our history class, and I found the topic a bit interesting. So I thought of researching a bit more and giving a PPT on that. Because
That's
when you
beautiful.
do something that you're interested in, you do it better.
Okay, okay. All right. So, Tanvi, do you have any question towards Aditya's presentation?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Fine. Well, now we will get into the presentation's outcome. It is the credit rating system outcome because two presentations have been really good. And let us see how far the CRS is getting updated today. And allow me to step into CRS. Okay. So we'll start with Tanvi. And first of all, session number 11 for her. And then session number 8 for Aditya. So the average should be 8 and 11 here. We will see the mark later, the total later. We have only 10 minutes in this window. Within that, we will finish the CRS. And I have got something to discuss with you. For that, we will take about 5 to 10 minutes. So that 5 to 10 minutes span shall be in the next window. Now, Tanvi, presentation, leadership, video presentation was on, PPT was on. So a lot of improvement also was on. So 3 marks can be given in leadership, 2 marks in progress, positive body language. I was happy to see the greeting improved, like good evening, sir, and good evening, friends, and thanking properly and adding a separate slide to check if anybody has got any question. So all that was good. So that was improvisation and open hand gesture as much as she could. So 4 marks can be given in positive body language. Positive mindset, 2. Well, that's for default for both the students. 12 for Tanvi and 13 for Aditya. Self-development, mind, presentation skills. Okay, presentation skills. Uh, Today's presentation was much improved, so 3 marks can be given. And ACCP, all these things can be updated once in a week. We updated all this only yesterday, so we will skip that. We just had vision board yesterday, and hopefully, did you see your vision board today, Stanvi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 2 marks for that. And trainer bonus, almost for about, say, trainer bonus about 5 marks. So this is for Tanvi. Now let's get on with Aditya. Leadership. Learning something from history, getting attracted to it, and immediately making a presentation over it, making a little bit of extra research over it. Well, that was pretty good. So 5 marks for that. Leadership. Progress. The video presentation was on and the PPT was also on. So 4 marks for that. Positive body language, open hand gestures, and speaking with without any doubt, and speaking with good level of tenacity while speaking about agency, because it's a dry concept. Not everybody can speak about these kinds of agencies on a very literally appealing way. So, but you did really well. So, some 4 marks for that. Positive mindset already updated. We'll straight away go to vision board. Were you able to watch your vision board today? Just had a glimpse of today.
Oh, yes, sir.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay, fine. So 3 marks for that. Tell me, how many marks did I give for vision board? 2 marks, right? 2 marks or 3 marks?
3 marks, sir.
Okay, 3 marks. And trainer bonus, 5 marks for trainer bonus. Okay, so I'm sorry for the dog bark. All right, so sailing in the same boat, Tanvi and Aditya both with 148, whereas the average, Aditya strikes up with a very good average, 18.5 per session, while Tanvi has got close to 14 per session. So anyways, so that's the current scoring today, maybe close to 150 marks in 2 weeks of or 3 weeks of CRS inception is pretty good, and we will see that next week. We'll see the upgradation next week. Okay. Any questions with regard to CRS before we move on to the next proceeding?
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I'm having a question, sir.
Yes, Tanvi.
Sir, for total, how much marks are for CRS?
Well, we are holding a timeline for CRS. It is either 100 days. You see, it works in various levels. Like if a batch of students are there for 6 days a week or 5 days a week, then the CRS will be valid for 100 days, 100 working days. But in your case, it's going to be different. It's weekly twice. So we cannot have 100 days seeding. So we will have only the mark seeding. So mark will be for about 800 or 850 totally. That would be our ceiling. But your mark flows to you when you don't focus or when you don't think about the mark. But when you think about the mark and when you take an effort just for improving CRS mark, then that becomes artificial and it becomes stacked. I'll give you an example. About an year back, we were running CRS on a very forcible basis. There were about 14 students. Every week they need to address, or every week they need to update their CRS. We had a couple of students who are very motivated towards CRS marks and numbers, and they were doing some activities exclusively for keeping their marks always at the upbeat. Like every Sunday they have to update. The person sits for book reading on Saturday, Just for getting the mark in book reading, the person will read the book on Saturday. Just for getting the mark in meditation column, the person will do meditation on Friday and Saturday. Because I'm going to cross check with the parents. I call the parents and say that, okay, did this guy, I don't want to name the boy, did this guy do the meditation? The parents will say yes. Yeah, he did for a couple of days, I believe so. Did he read the book this week? Yeah, I saw him reading a couple of days. And I have to naturally give the mark because the parent is saying yes. And then I thought it was very artificial. So then I set up a call with the person in front of all the other 12 individuals. And I caught him red handed. And I told him, did you really read the book for 5 days? Sir, you might have checked with my parents. The parents said yes. Right? Okay, fine. So what book you were reading? And he gave the name of the book. And I knew the book. I asked a couple of questions about the book and the person was not able to answer. And meditation, he did only for 2 days. That was also very pleasant for me. And I asked a couple of questions and he was not able to answer. So then I had to give a very big penalty for him. His score was almost about 365. And for this kind of non-compliance and dishonesty, I gave 150 marks minus. And then he had to come all the way from the scratch. So it so happens like this boy did one year back. We will be so motivated towards the number. So what I would like to advise is, this is just like life. If in life, if you are thinking about our rewards, we won't get rewards. But if we put our 100% and best efforts possible in all the things that we are doing, the rewards will automatically come. So although I have given you the information that it is for 850 or 900 marks, Tanvi, don't think about CRS. Just what you're doing for these 11 sessions, keep giving 100%, keep giving 100%. The mark will automatically come. This is the rule for your academics also. Don't think about the mark. Just study well, give your best in the examination, the mark will automatically come. But to answer your question, well, the ceiling is, since it's a weekend class module, the ceiling is either 850 or 900. And after that, there will be a Viva examination. You will answer all the questions. And if you get more than 80 in that Viva examination, you're eligible for an award. That's how it is. Okay, Tanvi?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, now take a break for about 3 or 4 minutes. We are going to discuss about a particular concept, and that will take only hardly about 5 or 10 minutes. I'll explain, and then we are done with today's class. See you after 3 or 4 minutes. Bye-bye, Tanvi and Aditya.
Bye, sir.